Hi guys, today I want to show you how you can use this volume price indicator on a daily chart to predict market movements on a longer time frame. And this leads me to believe that right now the market is going to bounce up until at least 15,500. So let me explain why. Okay, so we're looking at the Nasdaq futures on a daily chart. Here is January of this year, 2023. And as you can see, there is a really big uptrend right until half of July. Now, there was some resistance along the way. For example, here at 26th of April, we saw a lot of resistance in this candle. So if there is a spike on this indicator, it actually means that for this amount of volume, we were expecting a much larger price movement in this candle. But the market didn't move that much, which means that the bulls and bears are actually fighting a lot on this level. And as you can see, we were stuck here in a range and we had this red candle right here, which actually looks like we're going to break down out of this range. But then the next day we get this inside candle with a lot of resistance. So that's the first signal to me that it's actually not going to go further down, but we might actually go up. And if you look at the next day, we get this really big green candle. So that's a very bullish signal. So this was a first important level, mark it right here. And so what happened next was we went up, and then the market went down in a few days, but you could actually see that we're making a new higher low right here at the top of this level. So this level is now actually working as a support for the market. And we see this really big green candle afterwards, a spike up. And so this is also a very bullish signal. So after this spike up, we see a lot of resistance on this day, and then also 2 days later on this day. So I will mark these both days as one level, and we would have to look at what the market was doing afterwards. So as you can see, we didn't challenge this level at all, we just kept going up. And we could see that the market actually breaks out of this level right here. It gets challenged again right here, but we actually make a new higher low and we don't even touch this level anymore. So that's also a very bullish signal. And afterwards you can see that the market just kept on climbing. Now in this uptrend, we saw one more day where there was a lot of resistance right here on the 6th of June. We saw a really small candle with a lot of volume. So I'll mark this level right here. And as you can see, we went downwards the next day, but it quickly recovered and then we actually broke through it again. And then just like all these other days where there was resistance, we test this level, we make a new higher low, and then we keep on going up. But then if we look at the 19th of July, there was a lot of resistance on that day. So I'll mark this level again. And what happened next was we see this really big red candle. So that's the first bearish signal, but it doesn't have to mean that we're actually going to reverse completely, because for example here, so you also see this big red candle, but it gets reversed right away and we break through and we continue to climb. But here we see that we go down and then we test this level. So right here the market wants to reverse because there's also some resistance on this day, but the resistance is not that big, so I'll put a dashed line here. And so then you see that the market tries to retest this level. But what actually happens now is right here on the 31st of July, we see another resistance day forming, not that big, but what is important is that it's right at this level. So now this level is actually working as a resistance for the price to go up. And afterwards we get these 2 consecutive red days, and then we actually break this level. And since then we've just continued to go downwards. And so this downtrend right here was not really getting challenged. That is until last Friday, when we saw this candle, which showed some resistance, not that much. But now you can see that yesterday we actually had a really big green spike after this resistance candle. And it's also not a coincidence that we're bouncing right here, because this was also an important level on the 6th of June. So to me, last Friday was a first bullish signal that we might actually get a bounce back upwards. It doesn't mean that we will actually completely reverse this downtrend and we will continue to climb and make new higher highs. But what I do know is that when this happens, we usually see at least a small bounce up and we see usually another test of the level above. It's the same as what happened here, but then in the opposite direction. So here we saw a top forming, we go down afterwards, this gets tested, and then we test this level again, and then we continue to climb. So what I'm expecting the market to do now is to keep bouncing up until we find some resistance. And this could possibly be at this level right here, 15,500. So it could look something like this. We go up until this level, then we see a retest of this level, and we might actually go all the way down back to this level. And then it's important to see what happens here. If this level can hold, then we get this nice double bottom. And then if we go upwards again, then there is a high chance that we will break this level and we will test the next level, which would be 16,600. We might go back down again to test this level. And if this can act as a support now, we might actually make new higher highs. So this is one possible outcome, but what also can happen is that we're not actually going to reverse all the way. And even though we're in a small uptrend right now, we might actually see some new resistance forming below this level, and then we see a move downwards. So that would also be a bearish signal. And then if this level can't hold, we might get a little move back upwards, but then it breaks all the way through this level. Yeah, then we will go much further down, probably right until this level right here, which is the really big resistance level from May of this year. So to summarize, you can see that this indicator is showing us the levels that are really important for the market, where the bulls and the bears are fighting hard. So these are key levels that you need to identify, and then you need to look at how the market will react afterwards. If the market can continue to climb afterwards and make support level of this level, then it's a bullish signal. But if, like right here on the 19th of July, the market actually goes down and then this level starts to act as a resistance level, then it means we're in a downtrend. So right now I think we're in a downtrend since the 19th of July, but right now we're seeing some resistance, so I'm expecting at least a little bounce up until 15,500. But then we need to look at how the market will react to this level to know if we're going to continue to go downwards or might actually reverse and go back up. So I have published this indicator on TradingView, but it's with invite only. So if you want to get access to it, please use the link in the description below, so you can give me your TradingView username and then I can give you access to it. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to support me and you're also using Apex Trader funding, you can find my discount code below, which will automatically give you the current discount. Thanks for watching.